Shalom. Kal halalim la Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to our apostles, elders, elder bishops of Great Millstone. Double honors to them, the men of the Lord, the teachers, our teachers, and a hearty shalom to the prophets of the body of Great Millstone. Okay? So double honors to the apostles, elders, and elder bishops of Great Millstone, and a hearty shalom to that prophet, and a hearty shalom to the prophets of that body, and shalom to the 144,001/3. May peace and blessings be upon you and your households and the spirit of endurance as we Lord willing, take the straight gate, and we can make it through. As we approach the end, we're at the tail end of this captivity. Okay, and as we're approaching the end, Satan is doing his thing, man, like he's supposed to. You know, he's supposed to do what he's supposed to do, which is ultimately you using the spiritual power that you have to overcome those negative thoughts. Okay, those negative demonic thoughts that pop up into your mind. You could be thinking about something positive, something spiritual. For example, how the Lord looks in your mind, or how the prophets looked in your mind. You're trying to picture them, and then some demonic thoughts pop up in your head. That's ultimately these chains of darkness. These chains of darkness are these fleshly bodies that we're in. Okay? Because these, and we've, the whole process of the elect, or the hopeful elect, let's just say the elect, have to go through living from captivity to captivity. And even in this final captivity, we've got to being in these heathenistic captivities is basically our training grounds, spiritually, physically, and mentally. Our training grounds, okay? To learn good from evil, to learn how to navigate, and to have both aspects of life in terms of good and evil, okay? And also utilizing the tools Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai has given us to overcome these negative thoughts. Okay? And I just typed in combat negative thoughts spiritually, right? And let's see what Google came up with. It said, the key to overcoming negative thoughts is recognizing them when they arise. It is important to pay attention to the thoughts that pop up in your mind and identify if they are harmful or helpful. Ask yourself, is this the thought aligned with my goals and the Most High's word? If the answer is no, it's time to take action. What's that action that you're going to take? What has the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai given you? The Lord has given you his name, the truth, okay? And also giving you that positive spiritual vibration of how to be as a mind that's been washed spiritually, okay, by Yahweh Bashim Shai. You've got rid of all those old ways that you were, okay? All right? You got rid of all those old ways, okay? You've changed your diet. You stopped the smoking. You stopped smoking the weed. You stopped, doing the things that you used to when you were in the world, okay? Okay? So how do you overcome it? What has the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai given you? All right? I'm just trying to keep the video short as well, because as Elder Apostle Rakaya Allah would say, get to the point, right? So I can do that, Lord willing. All right? Not the most eloquent teacher or the best speaker, but Lord willing, I can do something right, Lord willing. Okay. Ephesians 6:11. Put on the whole armor of the Most High Yahweh Bashim Shai, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. All right? You can't give in to these thoughts, these negative thoughts. You can't let them overtake you. Okay? We've seen people be overrun with negativity. Okay? Dealing with another man's woman. We've got a whole world full of moles out there. People that give up on the Most High when we're at the tail end of this captivity, those of you that have been learning, we've seen maybe agents fall out, or there were agents pretending to be prophets. I don't know. Or maybe there were just people that just fell out of the truth, and then they just, they look crazy right now with dreadlocks growing out their head, with this dark countenance on their face, they look high out of their mind, and ultimately Yahweh Hashem Mashai didn't want them. Yahweh Hashem Mashai used them for whatever purpose it was, to wake up some elect members and then utilize them and then put them aside. Okay, so that's a very scary thought. Okay, so we must pray, okay, without ceasing. All right, whenever a negative thought comes in your mind, okay, you pray. You pray to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. You pray in the name. The name is powerful. Okay, hence the reason why Esau, the so-called white man, is trying to block out the name. Okay, they're trying to demonize all the camps that push that name, especially Great Millstone. Okay, other camps that push Ahaya, Asher, Ahaya, or Most High, Christ bless, and all that bullshit. They're not blocking them. They only block Great Millstone. But okay, you can't do nothing against the truth before the truth, right? Simple as that. And what's putting on the whole armor of God? This truth in its entirety. Okay, with the name of Yahweh Shemashai at the forefront. All right. So put on the whole armor of the Most High Yahweh Shemashai, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Excuse me. Okay. Romans 11:7. What then? Israel hath not obtained. Excuse me, Salakia for that. I was clearing my throat. Every time I make a video, my throat just gets dry. I've got water next to me, but still happens. Romans 11:7. What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded. Okay, the elect have the name. The elect haven't fallen into the trap of just wearing fringes and calling on Jebus, the same shit that they were doing before back in the world. They're basically still in the world and they're still wearing fringes, so they don't have that protection. They don't have that hedge, unless the Lord will bring them into the truth eventually. But they don't have that hedge. They don't have that protection. But the elect have got it. The elect are going to be covered with what's about to come on this earth. It's already started, but it's going to be amplified even more. Okay, so the elect have the name. All right. Ecclesiasticus 17:10. And the elect shall praise his holy name. The holy name is separate. Okay? Separate. And the elect are going to call upon the name. The elect are not going to say, Most High, Christ bless. Most High, or Yah, or Ahai, Asher, Ahai. They're going to say, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Because the elect, wherever they are across the four corners of the earth, get a warm feeling with the name. Get goose pimples with the name. Okay? They feel protected with the name. They don't feel right until they pray in the name. They don't leave the house until they pray in the name. They don't eat before they pray in the name. Okay, they don't even work out before they pray in the name. Okay, they feel comfort in the name. Okay, all right. So the elect are going to call upon the name. Ecclesiasticus 17:10, and the elect shall praise his holy name. All right. Oh, I should have read Proverbs first. Salakia. Proverbs 30:4. Who hath ascended up into heaven, or descended? Who hath gathered the wind in his fists? Who hath bound the waters in a garment? Who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is his son's name, if thou canst tell? Okay. What is his name and his son's name? What is the Most High's name? What is his son's name? It's not Most High, Christ bless. Okay. But let's go back to Ecclesiasticus 17:10. And the elect shall praise his holy name. The elect have the name. And we know the name through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemashai via our teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who have given the name in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemashai. And the elect have the name now. Okay, whoever they are across the four corners of the earth, and they call upon the name. Acts 4:12. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. Okay, there's only one name under heaven. Okay, and there's receipts to that name as well. Okay, if you want to get physical with it. All right. Okay, there's receipts in that name. Okay, ancient receipts. All right, in terms of history and is it archaeology, things of that nature. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. All right. And because we've been calling on the name and believing in the name and having faith in the name, okay, the Lord has sent his angels that are designated to every elect member. Okay, I'll say hopeful elect right now. Okay, and the hopeful elect, wherever they are, we see these angels. Okay, Psalm 91:11. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways, to guide our thoughts, right? To guide our steps. Because man's goings are of the Lord. Okay? So the angels are there to give you that guidance as well, to keep you protected, to let you know. And eventually these angels will probably show themselves in human form to you, instead of just a ball of light or a what do you call them, orbs, on the ceiling or the wall. You'll be all floating in front of you. Or you'll wake up in the middle of the night, you'll see like this big glowing ball floating past your head, sparkling. Okay, these angels will show themselves. Okay, so to combat these negative thoughts, when they arise, what do? The Lord has given us the tools. What are those tools? Okay, the tools are, the main one is the name. Call upon the name. Call upon the name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Whenever that thought arises, get thee behind me, Satan, in the name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Call upon the name, ask for help. Didn't the Lord say, call upon me in the day of trouble? Paraphrasing scripture there. That's trouble for us. Negative thoughts is trouble also. So you call upon the name of Yahweh Hashem Shai. Nothing is small, nothing is too big to call upon our power. Okay, so you call upon Yahweh Hashem Shai. You elect members, and this is only for Israelites, not for you heathens. You heathens can take a hike. All right. Pray without ceasing, King James Version. 1 Thessalonians 5:17. Pray without ceasing. Okay? Keep your medicine strong. Okay? The Lord Yahweh Hashem Shai has given you the tools to combat negative thoughts, because Satan's going to put it in your mind even more. Maybe send you crazy dreams here and there. You combat these negative thoughts. You pray constantly. All right? You don't have to get on your knees all the time facing the east. Obviously, you have to do that when you're alone, in your quarters, in your bedroom, in your house, when you have the blessing and the time to do that. Okay, but in the meantime, in between those three core parts of the day, if you're blessed enough to face the east and pray, right? But when you're home alone, you pray facing the east, as the scriptures say, paraphrasing, you pray in your closet, right? Which is basically a place where you're alone, not literally inside a cupboard or a closet, okay? But praying alone, not in the sight of everybody, just alone, facing the east, all right? But when you're out and about, or whatever you are, driving, working, whatever, you pray in your mind. Yahweh Hashem Shai understands that. We're in captivity. We got to pray, okay? But you pray in your mind, okay? You can hear the words Yahweh Hashem Shai in your mind, and you pray in your mind, okay? You whisper those words to yourself whenever these negative thoughts come, whenever fear comes. Okay? So don't forget the blessing you have, you Hope for Elect members. You have the name to combat things spiritually, physically, and mentally. Okay? As well as financially. Ask for the Lord for help as well. Okay? So you've been given the tools to conquer. You've been given the tools to navigate. Okay? And that tool is Salakia. I'm not going to say tool. And you've been given these beautiful gifts. Let's say I'll call them gifts. Salakia, not tools, gifts. Utilize the gifts that you've been given. Okay, and that gift of the Lord's name, call upon it. All right, call upon the name and pray without ceasing. Okay. Yeah. So you've been given the tool. You've been given the gifts. Ephesians 6:11 again. Put on the whole armor of the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yashai, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. All right. The wiles of the devil. Let's go to verse 12 as well. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Okay. Verse 13. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yashai, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand. Okay. Verse 14. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness. Okay. The hopeful elect have been given the gift of the name and belief. Okay. Hebrews 11 verse 1. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. And what did the Lord say? You got faith as a grain of a mustard seed, right? You can move mountains, basically, right? You can do things with that faith and that belief. And a mustard seed is a very small seed. Google it. It's worth a Google. All right. So the key to overcoming negative thoughts is recognizing them when they arise. It is important to pay attention to the thoughts that pop up in your mind and identify if they are harmful or helpful. Ask yourself, is this thought aligned with my goals and the Most High's word? If the answer is no, it's time to take action. How do we take action? We call upon the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Okay? All right? Because these damn devils are throwing up prayers on the left-hand side as well. Okay? But we have the power's name, our power's name. We call upon our name. Salaki, we call upon Yahweh Hashem Yashai's name, and the Lord does his thing for us. We're protected. We have that shield. Okay? So call upon the name. Okay? Nothing is too small, nothing is too large. Okay? To ask our power for help. All right? All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yashai Ba'Shem Makakodash. Shalom.